Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 158. Please turn to page 158, and today is our lesson number 53. Problem number 49 is what we're going to do. Problem 49. We are told that the car X gives us 25 miles per gallon. For those of you watching this thing outside the US, this MPG is miles per gallon, which is your equivalent to liters per kilometers per liter. Kilometers per liter. But of course, you guys do not have equivalent of kilometers per liter. There is no such thing. But in the US, we have MPG, miles per gallon. And we are told that car Y gives us 11.9 miles per gallon. Alright, so far so good. Then we are further told that each car is driven 12,000 miles. Alright, so far so good. Question simply is, how many more gallons does Y burn? How many more gallons will the car Y burn? The car Y, which has a poorer gas mileage, it gives us barely 12 miles a gallon as opposed to the 25 miles per gallon. That's what it is. We are making a journey of 12,000 miles. So here's your car X. Car X will burn, since we are making 12,000 mile journey, and car X gives us 25 miles a gallon. So here we go, 25 miles a gallon. Because what's going to happen here is these are miles and these are miles per gallons. So the miles are going to cancel out and this gallon will end up on the top. So it's 12,000 divided by 25. I'm going to write 12,000. I'm going to write 12,000 as 120 times 100. Because you see, if you take out the two zeros, if you take out these two zeros, that's your 100. So it's 120 times 100 over 25. You see, in the exam, you're not allowed a calculator. So if you're not allowed a calculator, if you have to do all the calculation manually, you have to find a smarter way. Don't just sit there and try to divide the bloody thing by 25. That'll be insane. That'll be ridiculous. It will take too long, too tiring, too tedious. So break it up, 120 into 100. So now I know that 100, there are 4 25s and 100, and it's very simple to multiply 120 by 4. 100 times 4 is 400, and 20 times 4 is 80, so it's 480. So that's your car X. Let's do car Y. Car Y will burn, well, car Y is very simple. Car Y will burn, we're going 12,000 miles, and it gives you 11.9 gallons per mile. What the hell? Not 11.9 gallons per mile. 11.9 miles per gallon. I'm not going to write all of that, okay? It's not necessary. So it's basically 12,000 divided by 11.9. 11.9 is pretty close to 12. Wouldn't you say so? 12,000 over 12, because 11.9 is pretty damn close to 12. So 12,000 divided by 12 is 1,000. So this one, car Y will burn 1,000 gallons. Car X is going to burn 480 gallons. This is going to burn 1,000 gallons. Therefore, car Y will burn 520 more gallons. 520 more gallons. That's your answer. And that's answer choice. What number was this? 49. That's answer choice C. Well, that's it. Should we do one more? Let's do one more, shall we? Let's do number 50. I want to do one more, number 50, because usually in my tag I put down the page number, and the 150. Anyway, let's do it together because it's the last one on the page. Because if I don't do 50 with this one, then I'm going to have to do 50 by itself, because it will have a different page number than the 51. So in case you are searching something by page number, you get the idea. Number 50. How many integers n are there such that 1 is less than 5n plus 5, which is less than 25. It's a very simple, very straightforward problem if you manage to remember one fact during the GRE. There are small tiny facts here and there that you have to know, that you have to have at your fingertips, and one of them is that 0 is an integer. Zero is an integer. You must know that. Everything is on that falls on the number line is an integer. This is an integer. So is this one. So is this one. Obviously, if positive 1 is an integer and a negative 1 is an integer, then what harm has 0 done? 0 is an integer. Everything, all the marks that you see on number line, all the integers. That's why they call integers. 0 is an integer. That's the part most people are going to forget here. So let's start then. We'll count how many actually work. Okay? Watch what happens. We're going to start with 0. We can't start with negative, because if we were to put a negative here, anything, for example, if you put a negative here, for example, if you were to put a negative 1, negative 1 times 5 is negative 5 plus 5 is 0, and 0 of course is not greater than 1. So this middle thing has to be greater than 1, and this quantity has to be less than 25. So negatives will not apply. So that's the good news for us. All we have to worry about is starting from 0 and just keep on going until it doesn't work anymore. And just count for how many integers does this thing work. That's all. So here we go. 5 times 0 plus 5. Now as you can see clearly, that 5 times 0 is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5, and 5 is in fact more than 1 and less than 25. 5 is more than 1 and less than 25. That one works. Let's put in 2. Sorry, 1. That also works. You see, 1 is less than 10, 5 times 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 is less than 25. That one works. 1 is less than 5 times 3, 5 times 2 plus 5. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 5 is 15, and 15 is less than 25. So that one works. 5 times 3 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, and of course 20 is more than 1, and it is less than 25, so that one works. Are you getting a feeling? Let's see what happens. 5 times 4 is 20, 20 plus 5 is 25, and 25 is not less than 25. 25 is not less than 25. That does not work. That does not work. This last guy did not work. So for how many integers did it work? Well, we had a 0, we have a 1, we have a 2, and we have a 3. Voila, that's it. 0, 1, 2, and 3. For 4 integers. It works for 4 integers. Only 4 integers qualify. Only 4 integers. Namely 0, 1, 2, and 3 qualify. And therefore the answer is B. The answer is B. This 4 of them. That's all. That's it. We're done. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.